How's it going, everybody? I hope everyone's doing well in these crazy times. We'll just get started with the first question. Something that I can offer to Merit Corporation. I'm growing up in a small town. You have to learn how to work. What I mean by that is at school, growing up, my parents have taught me so much about how much school is important to them and to me, how it should be more important to me. And I've understood that as I've grown up. And so every day in class, I'd work, and try to please my teachers, please my parents, please my friends. And even sometimes I'd help my friends out a little bit if they got stuck. I took that to my old job as a lifeguard at the local pool, being able to work with those people and being able to please my managers has been very enlightening to me. And that's something I can offer to Merit Corporation. One of my big accomplishments as I was working at the local pool, it's not necessarily an award I won, but you could say it's an award that I gave out. So what I mean by that is during swim lessons, I would teach these little kids different skills throughout the weeks, and such as diving or floating, or maybe if they're having fun, some flips off the diving board. So getting to see the smile on their face as they come every day and me getting to teach them, they're so teachable. They listen very well and they liked me. So that was the big thing, they liked me. And so at the end of the week, at the end of the lesson, when I get to give them the award of how they accomplished what they were supposed to accomplish, that was an accomplishment for me personally, because I felt like I did a good job teaching them what they needed to in order to pass the final test. And without a good teacher, there was no way they would be able to pass that test. So that's a huge accomplishment for me at my old job. I think that loyalty is one of the biggest things as a worker. So I think hiring me, you'll get a great amount of loyalty, honesty in the workplace. And like I said before, my work ethic. But the big thing here is loyalty. So growing up, my parents have taught me being loyal to your sports team, being loyal to school, it'll leave a good impression on you and the people around you. People tend to absorb what other people that are older than them are doing. So, for example, my little sister looks up to me, and she does exactly what I do sometimes. And I feel that if I set a good example for her, that I can set a good example for everyone else that's below me. And I think one of the biggest things I want to set an example for is loyalty. Just being honest with people. It lets people be honest back with you. No one wants a liar. No one wants someone who's gonna give the minimal amount of effort or give away secrets or something, just with friends and stuff. Loyalty is huge in the workplace these days. My mentor, this is a big one. I would think that my mentor is my stepdad, Kevin. So when I was about 9 or 8 years old, he came into my life and our family was at a low point. My dad had left and my sister and I were just little. My mom was a single mom, and Kevin came in and fixed everything. Not only did he fix our family, but he raised Macy and I to be the best people that we can be. Macy's my sister, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. She is a good, hardworking little sister, all I could ask for. And he's taught me so much about being honest, being coachable, having a work ethic. All these jobs he's had me do. When I was younger, this seemed ridiculous. This was not the life that I lived. I wanted just to do my own thing, but he taught me that that's not the right way to get through these things in life. He taught me that working and being honest is the best way to have what you want in life, which is success. So that leads me to the next question. What motivates me to work? I would say the biggest thing that motivates me to work is the end goal for me. And that end goal is being able to be financially stable, successful, and happy. That's the biggest thing, is being happy. So, and the only way I can get there is if I show up and do my thing every single day, which I will do for Merit Corporation if I get this job. Just the biggest thing for me is I want to be able to go out on the deck of my house and watch a sunset with my family and know that I made it. And making it requires lots of work, lots of dedication, lots of commitment. And that's the biggest thing that drives me to work, is I just want that life for me, that life for my future family. And I feel like a good starting point to get to that end goal is with you guys at Merit Corporation. The first thing I would do to establish my credibility with you guys is showing up and doing whatever I can to get the job done as quick as possible. I'll introduce myself to everybody on the team. I'll get to tell them a little bit about myself, and I'll tell them how honest I can be, how loyal I can be, how hardworking I can be, and I will show that in the first days of my job. Hopefully I could please everybody there, please the managers, and just show up and do my thing as best as I can. And being credible is one thing that you need in order to be successful. And that's my end goal, is being successful, like I said before. So just showing up and working really hard and telling people how I feel, being honest, that's the biggest thing I can do to establish my credibility. There are a couple questions that you haven't asked yet. And I would say, I want to tell you a little bit more about the kind of people that I don't like or have trouble working with and how I've improved on that. So some of the people, I've dealt with people in the past that have not been as hardworking, not as honest as I'd like. And I've had to talk to them about that. Like even just being a lifeguard at the pool, there was one person who would come up, one lifeguard who would be on her phone in the office, who would play games, who wouldn't go to the cash box right away to count the cash or go help a customer as fast as anyone else would. So the head lifeguard felt that he was busy at the moment and he wanted me to go talk to him because he saw me as someone who could get to her and get in her head and switch her flip her switch on how to work at the pool. And so I went and talked to her and just told her that she needs to, if she's going to be here, she needs to do her job. And that's the biggest thing, is to just do their job and show up every day and not be on their phone. And she liked me, luckily. We were friends, and she flipped the switch. That's all it took, was just a little talking to. That's all it took. And so working with people like that, it's easy to fix, but right off the bat, if you notice it, then I'll be the one to fix it. And then there's one more question, and that's my weakness. One of my weaknesses is when I get directions sometimes, like, for example, in my family, I tend to just assume what people want from me and not listen all the way through to what they really want me to do. And so I'll do what I assume, and it won't be as good of a job but I thought it was a good job because I thought that's what they wanted me to do. But sometimes, like I just said, I don't tend to listen all the way through. And I've been working on that a lot ever since I was a little kid. I've been doing that since I was little. So working on that, further communicating with my teachers and my parents have been really helping me fix that weakness. And I'm hoping to perfect that and make that a strength other than a weakness of Merit Corporation. And that's something that I will do for sure. I want to thank you for this time, and I really hope that you consider me for this job. Thank you.